get the recording going. Okay, and I'm going to restart my playlist from the beginning. And we are all set. So let's all find our way to the center of our mat. Start with your feet right under your hip points. Ground through your heels. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Clasp your right wrist with your left hand or your left finger and thumb. And then inhale, come through center. Clasp your left wrist. Take a big stretch here. Inhale, come through center. Step your feet just a little bit wider. I want us to take a deep breath in here. Exhale, chin to chest. Find a roll down. Just go as low as you feel like you want to at this point. Inhale, exhale, push into your heels, roll it up. Let this be a nice stretch for your back. Inhale, you can lift your heart as your arms come overhead. Exhale, chin to chest, roll it down one more time. And then let's press into the heels. Take a nice slow roll back up. Take your shoulders back 4 times. Really opening up, making these shoulder rolls as big as you want. I wore my Relax Your Shoulders shirt today, by the way, so I'm gonna let the shirt do some of the cueing for me. I've reversed my shoulder roll. Let's do 2 more there. Good. Now let's sit down into our sumo squat. Hands come forward. As we stand, I want you to twist to the right. Right hand can come back. Your gaze can follow. Sit it down. Find your way back to center. Exhale, twist left, hand comes behind you. Let's take a 2 count down, 2 count twist to the right, 2 count down, and twist to the left. Let's do a couple more each direction, nice and slow. So I'm trying to shine my hip points forward, even when I twist. Now, my hips will move a little. Everything's connected. But we're trying to open up at the chest in particular. Good. From here, let's sit down, push your hands back, reach your butt back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, push back. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, push everything back. Weight into your heels. Let's take this double time. We go up, sit back, rebound through your heels. And all I mean by that is push into the floor with your heels, even a little more actively every time you stand up. Even lift your toes. Find that grounding through your heels. Let's add a little heel lift. Right heel comes up to the back corner, left heel. It's a tiny lift, and it's more about finding length. So push through your heel every time you stand up. You can find a little bit more length, and up, and up, and up. Let's do 4 more. Reach through your heel. 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and stand it up, roll your shoulders back. Now bring your heels together, toes slightly apart, rotating from the hip. Hug a beach ball in front of you and find a plie. So when I plie, my knees are going to track toward the middle of my toe, or middle of my foot, actually. Plie down. As you lift, open your arms, tap your right toe. Plie down, other side. Tap your left toe. Plie down, tap your right toe. Little plie, left toe. Let's go double time. Plie, tap, plie, tap. Keep this going. We're getting some movement through the legs. I mean, we already started to do this, but now we're in rotation. So we're opening the hips a little bit. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the left toe out to the side. I want you to step your foot behind you and reach down for a little curtsy lunge, knee tracking toward the middle of your toe. Lift and tap, curtsy reach. We're gonna stay on the same side. Okay, let's go tempo right here. It's tap, curtsy. Now when you do that curtsy, it's less about hinging. I mean, you are gonna hinge. What do I wanna say? I wanna say that your standing leg here is what's getting you up and down. So it's less about the bend down. See how much movement you can get in your standing leg. Let's do 4. We'll check it after class. Talk about if that made sense at all. Last one. And take it up, and we're gonna switch to the other side. So point your right toes, couple slow. So bend at the knee to find the reach down. I think that's what I meant to say before. 2 count. Take it down, Take it up, take it down. Let's go tempo. Tap, reach, tap. And then I'm actively reaching my back arm behind me here too. Keep it going. 8, 7, 6, 5. Almost there. 3. Lost my balance there. If you did 2, I'm right there with you. Last one. Take it up. Now we're going to go ahead and pivot toward the right side of our mat. Step your feet together. My feet are parallel, right under my hip points. And I'm going to sit back into a chair squat. I like doing this profile sometimes so that you can see. I've got a long line from my crown of my head through my tailbone, reaching the tailbone back. Let's sweep the arms up. Now we're going to stand all the way up, push into your heels, sit it back, step the left foot back, the one closest to me. Stand feet together, step the back foot back. Stand feet together, foot closest to me steps back. Step it together, foot farthest away. So just keep going back and forth. I'm going to give you a few alignment cues here. Just keep the same pace. Step it together. Now we hinge, we create that diagonal line. Stand tall, hinge forward. Stand it tall, hinge it forward. Stand it tall, and your gaze just kind of, your head follows the line of your neck and your spine. So for me, that means my gaze comes up, then my gaze drops a little. Take it up, take it back. Maybe each time you step back a little more, how light can you tap the foot behind you? Let's go tempo. In, tap back. In, tap and hinge. Tap and hinge. Stand tall. Stand tall. Now, just like before, you might think about rebounding through your heel as you stand. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5 more, and 4. We're going to take a stretch. 3, 2. Now hold this leg back, whatever leg you're on. Just hold it back. Now I want you to bring your shoulders over your hips. Straighten your back leg, lift your back heel, and let's open the heart. Inhale. Arms can come down like a cape beside you. And then exhale, arms come overhead, step your feet together. We're just going right to the other side for that nice stretch for the psoas. So shoulders over hips, arms float up. Go ahead and sweep your arms behind as you inhale, big opening here. And then exhale, step your feet together. That was our break before our plank. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, chin to chest. Take a roll down. Let your head hang heavy here for a moment. And then bend your knees so that you can get your hands on the mat. We're going to step one foot back. We're ready for this. Step the other foot back. And find your plank. So today, right now, that might be knees down. Just totally great. Still going to get the benefit. If you'd like to tuck your toes under, come to a full plank, go for it. How about we find a tiny bend in the elbows? We lengthen through the crown of the head. We lengthen through the heels. And I'm going to try to get my hips and my shoulders level here. If I hug my upper arms in, then I find a stronger shoulder position. Lifting the heart away from the floor a little bit can do the same thing. Now we're going to take some gentle rocks forward and back. We rock forward, back, forward, back. So that long line of my spine is just moving in space. Forward, back, 3, 2. Now hold center. This time we create a little imbalance by stepping the foot to the side. Foot closest to me steps out to the side. Bring it back in. Other foot out. Bring it back in. Step it out. Okay, I think we're ready to go tempo. We step out, in, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. I'm working so hard to hold on to this. 2 more. Last one. Hold for 1 deep breath in. And then exhale. Hips reach up to the ceiling. You can drop your heels down toward the mat. See if you can reach your tailbone up. That might mean bent knees. Hug your upper arms in. We're trying to get our ears between our upper arms. Take a nice deep breath here, and then start to walk your feet in towards your hands. Holding this forward fold for a moment. Hands can be wherever it feels right for you, maybe thighs, maybe shins, maybe floor. Let's shake our head no. And then let's nod our head yes. Find a deeper bend in the knees, roll it up. Nice and slow. Once you stack your shoulders over your hips, you can start to inhale, reach your arms up, reach your heart up. Exhale. Okay, I'm warm. How about you? If you're gonna join me using weights today, this is when you wanna grab them. So we're gonna take our feet back to that sumo squat position that we practiced in the warm-up. A little wider than the hips. Sit it back. I like a slight turnout with my feet. Find what works for you, but check your knees. See if they're tracking toward the middle of your foot. And then reach your tailbone back. We're gonna find a hammer curl. So palms facing in. As we lift, they come up. My elbows stay into my torso. Sit it back. Reach the arms back. Take it up. Reach it back. So biceps here, and then triceps, back of the arms. Don't worry how high your arms come. Think about making them long. Let's go tempo. Reach, up, sit it back. Stand, reach. Good. All right. Remember those squat cues we talked about before? Press into your heels as you stand. Might help you find a deeper connection with your legs, with the back of the legs in particular, and the glutes. Up and back. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and take it up. Remember that curtsy? We're gonna do it here with our weights. So I want you to point your left toe to the side. Ground tall into your right heel. You can just rest your right hand or weight on your hip. I want you to curtsy down. Bend your front knee, drop your back knee, reach down towards your toe. You decide how deep you go. As you come up, you reach and tap to the side. Let's go tempo. Curtsy, tap, curtsy, tap, curtsy. Okay, so let's get back to that curtsy talk. You're reaching your tailbone back. It's just like a squat. And then you decide how low do you want to drop the back knee? Maybe it's hovering. Maybe it's a little higher. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now hold the toe pointed here. We're going to reach the arm up. Shoulders melt. Bring the knee to the elbow and then reach it up. Now your shoulder will go up when you reach. That's just basic anatomy. That's fine. Reach the elbow to the knee, tap the toe. It's a good thing, actually. That's how we put stuff up above our heads, right? Go tempo. In, tap, knee to elbow, tap. Now this is our first significant balance challenge, I believe. Although I gotta say, on Mondays, pretty much every move feels like a balance challenge to me. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and take your left hand or weight to your hip. Step back with your right foot. Find the curtsy here. Decide what your range of motion might be. Take it up and tap. Reach as you curtsy. Tap, reach to the side. Reach it down. Let's go tempo. Side, down, side, back. Yes. So this side, I'm not going quite as low. That's just where I'm at today. Where I'm at with my hips lately. See if you can go a little lower. Don't shortchange yourself. And then if you need to back off a little bit, go for it. We have 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now take it up. Arm reaches up. Let's take the knee to the elbow. So you ground through your left heel. Standing solid. Balancing there. I find the exhale as I lift the knee helps. Exhale. Nice. We got 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Back to your sumo squat. Sit it back. Check your knees. Reach your arms long behind you. Can you sit a little lower? Let's do a 2 count. Up, bicep curl, reach. As you sit, take it up. Reach as you sit. So sometimes when we slow it down, it's actually a little more challenging. I want us to be able to feel all the spaces in between. Take it up, take it back. All right, let's speed things up now. We reach, stand, sit it back, stand. Catch your breath. I think that might have been a note to myself. 2 more. Last one. Now find your sumo squat. Hands just reach down toward the ground. So here I want you to, again, reach your tailbone back. Heart is lifted. We just lift the arms out to a T and down. T and down. Think about the backs of your shoulders. That space between your shoulder blades. Lift, lower. Okay, can we do 8 little pulses up top? Let's do it. 7, 6, 5. Upper back. 3, 2, 1. And take it up. Woo, roll the shoulders back. Hinge forward. Set your weights down if you were using them. And just enjoy a stretch here. I'm going to find my long spine. You can also walk your feet out a little bit wider if that feels good. Reach your hips back. Reach the crown of the head forward. And then take a little side-to-side shift with the hips. No right or wrong here. Just finding places that you might discover a little more mobility. Heel toe your feet in. And let's clasp our hands in front of us and then push your palms out. And here I want you to really round your spine and think about pulling the shoulder blades apart. Getting a good stretch there. Within a range of motion that feels right for you. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, take your hands behind you. Maybe you clasp fingers. Reach your knuckles down to the floor. Lift your heart. Inhale and exhale. Whew. Okay, I think we're ready for our bar work. So I'm going to make sure my weights are out of the way here. And I'm going to start today with my chair on the left side. I'm going to try to remember to sort of alternate what side we start on for our bar work. I think it creates a nice sense of balance. And then of course we'll go from side to side. So we will have balance within this workout. Click your heels together, toes apart. I want you to find a plie here. You're gonna bring your hand in front of your heart, just a nice rounded elbow. And then you have the option to lift your heels, walk them together. Shoulders over hips, hand on your chair. We're just gonna take it down and stand, bend and stand. So you can imagine your back sliding up and down a wall. That's really the key to these plies. We have that alignment, really earlobes, shoulders, hips, heels, down, up, plie. Now every time you come up, you might think about squeezing your heels a little more. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now pulse it here, down, down. By pulse, I mean a small controlled movement. Keeping the range of motion really small. Now I'm pressing my heels together the whole time. 3, 2, 1, and take it up. Step out to your wide plie. So I've still got my turnout, shoulders over hips. I'm gonna settle into it and check my alignment. Knees toward the middle of my foot. We take a big plie, then we step our heels together. Get out to your plie, stand and step your heels together. Let's go tempo. Out, in, out, in. Okay, so we are really grounding through the left heel. Trying to stand tall as I come up. Now option to take that foot to a little passe. I keep the same turnout. I just bend my knee and it's a little tiny tap. Nice. Now you could always just be stepping the foot in here. Passes, like I said, an optional add-on. 3 more. 2. Now hold your passe. From here, we hinge forward. I extend my leg back. I've still got a turnout here. So think about rotating your inner thigh out. You're still grounding into your standing leg. I've got a little bend as I hinge and extend. Take it to your passe, reach, extend. Take it to your passe, reach, extend. Take it to your passe. Let's do one more slow. Okay, let's go double time. Here we go. It's passe, reach, passe, reach. Now the arm is whatever feels right to you. I just like how this gives me that sense of length. Counterweight. In, reach, in, reach. 4 more. 3. Just catching the new beat there. Now hold the extension. Hold it here. Still light touch on the chair. Maybe no touch. I mean, why not? Give it a try. Whoops, see? The worst that can happen is you can wobble like me. Now I'm reaching my leg, my toes long. I'm gonna find a little bend and then a big extension. So my knees coming in by my side, reaching out. Bring it in, reach it out. Let's go tempo. In, reach. The knee doesn't have to come that far. This is really about the length. So emphasis on the pressing back, reaching your toes away from you. 4 more here. I don't know about you, but my left leg is getting ready for a break pretty soon. 2 more. Now hold it up on the last one. Hold it here. Just a big reach, tiny bend. Reach, tiny bend. Reach, tiny bend. Reach, tiny bend. Oh yeah. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo! Okay, just turn towards your chair for a moment. Give it a little wiggle on the way. I know that was a ton of work. The foot that was just behind you should now be the foot closest to your screen. We're going to step it back to a lunge squat. I just need to adjust my chair, okay? So I'm going to drop my back knee. It's bent, it's under my hip. You can take it a little farther back if that feels better. Front knee over my ankle. Hips shining forward. Fingertips on the chair. I'm actually going to find that hinge that we've been working all class. So diagonal line, crown of the head to the foot. I'm going to step my back foot in, and suddenly I'm on a chair squat. Take it back to your lunge squat. Take it forward to your chair squat. Can you keep your hips level? Go tempo. In, back, in, back. Light touch on the chair. Maybe when you go back, you try dropping your knee a little lower. See how it feels. Some days I'm all in. Some days I need to be a little bit more restorative. Back, in. 4 more. Yes, you are doing a one-legged squat. 2 more. Last one. Hold it here. Hold your lunge squat. And now I want you to take your shoulders over your hips. We drop it all the way down. Stand, down, up. A little more balance challenge. But also, this is our reset moment. It just kind of feels good to move big after the little ones. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Step your feet together. Take a big step back. Quick stretch here. Lengthen your spine. Heels down under your hips. Reach your tailbone back. And just pedal your knees. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Go back and forth a couple times. Woo! And then go ahead and start to roll it up. Walk your feet in. And you're ready to just take your chair right over to side 2. So set it up so it's nice and stable. And then set yourself up in your narrow V. So I'm rotating from the hips. Got a nice rounded arm, hand in front of my heart. I'm gonna lift my heels. That's up to you. Squeeze them together either way. Let's catch the beat for a full range plie. We go down, up, down. So I'm using my brain power to think about my knees tracking toward the middle of my foot. And for me, that means actually pulling my knees back a little bit. Squeeze your heels. Shoulders stay over hips. Let's do 8 more. 7, 6. Still got that light touch on the bar, right? Hey, maybe you're doing the balance challenge today. I commend you if you are. And I'm with you if you decide that the chair feels good today. Now pulse it down, down, down. Here I'm really thinking about drawing my knees back actively. Notice what that does when you do think about that press back with the knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wide plie. Set it up. You know the rules now. I mean, rules might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but find your alignment. It's probably gonna feel better. Good. Once we're here, we step it in, take it out. In, out. So we're just finding this movement. Now, how lightly can you land your foot? 3, push into your right heel to step it in. Option to take it to a passe. Plie, passe. So that's plenty of work. Hold the turnout as you find the passe. 4 more here. 3 more. 2. Last one all the way through. Take it up to your passe. Okay, ground through your right heel. Remember, we hinge forward. I'm lengthening the leg behind me. I'm trying to keep that turnout, just like I had before. Take it into your passe. Take it back. And then I like to find a little bend in my right knee as I extend my left leg. So sort of opposite. Which knee is bending, which leg is straightening. One more slow. Okay, let's go tempo. I think we're ready. Reach, bring it in. Reach, stand, reach. Little hinge at the hips. That just gives us a little more space for the extension. It's also giving the standing leg a lot more work. So you can take breaks at any point if you feel like that's going to serve you. I definitely do. Okay, 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Hold it back on the next one. Hold it back. The knee bends in. We keep the turnout. Reach it long behind you. Bring it in. Okay, let's take it to tempo. It's in. Reach. Now here's where your right leg is getting really tired. I'm just going to guess. Not making any assumptions, but mine is. So keep pressing energy into your right heel. Little bend can help here. See how that feels. I mean a bend on the standing leg. 2. Good. Now we emphasize the reach with the toe. It's back, back, quick. Tiny bend, big reach. Back, back. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and take it up. Woo! Towards your chair. Just got those lunge squat thingies. Then we get to take it down for a little bit of ab work. And just as a friendly reminder, we've been working the abs this whole time, so it's all good. Knee over ankle, back knee under hip, or wherever it feels good to you. Hips shine forward. Light touch here. Hinge it forward a little. You will immediately feel that go into your back glute or your left glute for you all. We're gonna step it in, chair squat, step it back and drop your knee. Step it in, hello chair squat, step it back, hello lunge. Tempo, in, back, in, back. So we've been doing a lot of work on the right leg. If it is getting close to exhaustion, that's the point. Mine is. Whew. Trying to keep my hips level here. 4 more. 3, 2, and take it back. Hold your lunge squat. Go ahead and stack your shoulders over your hips, hands to your hips. Take it down, stand. So this is a bit of a balance challenge, but it kind of feels good, right? To move big, I don't know. That's how I feel. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Let's take that big stretch. Step your feet behind you. I like them under my hips or even slightly forward of my hips, and my hips can reach back as my hands press into the chair. So find the right center of balance for you. Reach your tailbone back, even up a little. Reach the crown of the head forward. Now I want you to bend the knee farthest away from me. So for you, it will be your right knee. If you're mirroring me, reach that same arm under toward me like you're handing me something. And then bend the front knee as you twist in the other direction. Open your hand up to the sky. Take it down, through, take it up. Inhale, exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, take it up. One more. Take through and take it up. Hold it here. Bring your back hand to the chair. Front hand scoops under. Now you bend the knee farthest away from me. Open hand to the sky. Take it through. Take it up. Exhale, take it through. Inhale, each time maybe you find a little more rotation or a little more something, like something that feels good. And up. That's what this is all about. This is our last one. And take it up. Both hands back on the chair. Now let your heart sink a little bit here. Tailbone reaches up. Find spaces in your body that you didn't even realize you needed to stretch. Inhale, and then exhale. Start to tuck your tailbone under, round your spine in opposition, and start to walk your feet in. And then just pick up your chair and get it out of the way. This is a great time for water if you haven't had any yet. I just noticed my water glass, so I'm gonna take a sip. Okay, time for some abs. I'm gonna face right. If you'd like to go profile to me, that's awesome. Helps a little bit with the right-left cueing, but you know, you'll figure it out. So we're gonna sit tall. We're gonna have our knees bent to start. Shoulders over hips. Take your hands behind your thighs. We're gonna inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll it back a little bit. Now I'm trying to create kind of this rounded C shape. We'll just take it to the point where your arms are straight. Roll it up, 3, 2, and then lengthen. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, back, 2, 1. Now if for any reason your back is not loving this rounding, because it doesn't feel awesome for everybody, then I'm going to show you an option. Keep going with the rounding, or you hinge straight back and then you take it straight up. There you'll have a diagonal line. So up to you. We're all going to come to that hinge in a moment. But let's go ahead and do the rounding. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Round it back and take it up. Okay, let's all go to a hinge. Now you can keep your hands behind your thighs or you can reach them forward. See if you can just melt your shoulders away from your ears. And then I like the inhale, back, back, exhale, take it up. So when you hinge, think earlobes over shoulders, gaze forward. I know you might have to look at me sometimes. That's fine. And take it up. And maybe play with the breath. Sometimes I go exhale as I hinge because it helps me engage my abs a little bit more. See if you like that. Take it up. Take it back. Now we're going to add a little twist, literally. The hand closest to me sweeps back, then it comes back to meet the other hand. Take it to the back of the room. Take it to center. You hinge and twist, open, exhale, bring it all back where you started. Hinge and twist, and bring it up. Hinge and twist, bring it up. Okay, so we're gonna try to keep our hips level here. So I'm kind of peeking at my knees to see if they're staying next to each other. That's a good way to know if you're keeping your hips level. Now that said, I have an optional add-on for you here. If you'd like, when you reach back, same leg lifts and reaches out, and then bring it back down. Same leg as the arms sweeping back, just extend, reach, bring it back up, reach, bring it back up, My back reach isn't quite as dramatic as my front reach, and that's only because I have a couch here, but I'm just, bending my arm. That works. If you have space issues, we adapt. Take it up. Take it back. Take it up. One more each direction. And bring it up. And bring it back. And bring it up. Okay, we're going to roll it down to the floor. So I'm going to scoot forward a little bit so I have room to roll back. Now remember that rounding that we did at the very beginning of this ab series? We're going to start with that. So you exhale, tuck your tailbone. Find the C shape with your body. And then imagine that you could touch one vertebra at a time down to the floor. We're going to resist gravity until the last moment. And finally, we lengthen out. Inhale, arms overhead. Why don't we go ahead and lengthen our legs out as well? Inhale. And then exhale. Go ahead and walk your feet in a little bit closer to your body. We take our hands behind our head. Do some classic chest lifts here. Some people call them crunches. I just don't like that word. That's just a personal thing. Elbows in a little bit so that they're in your peripheral vision. We can start with feet on the floor. We inhale, exhale, lift from the chest, push away from the shoulder blades. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Now I'm not actually touching my head all the way down. I'm kind of hovering and then exhale, lift. My head is really heavy in my hands because I want to keep the work in the abs. Take it down, exhale, lift. So again, as always, you decide what's going to work for you. Now, as an option, we keep this movement going, but you can reach your hands back and then reach your fingers forward. Take it back, arms reach. Exhale, fingers reach forward. Take it back. And you can always do one hand, both hands, whatever works for you. So today I'm actually going to go back to head heavy in my hands. It's just like a day-to-day thing for me. Exhale. Now, option to bring the knee closest to me in as you find that little chest lift. Lower it down. Exhale, knee comes in. Lower it down. Exhale, knee comes in. And if you're taking the hand pressing option, this still works here. Take it down. Reach. Take it down. Close it up. Let's do one more just like this in each direction. We're not quite done. We're going to start to add a twist. So if you were reaching your fingers, bring them back behind your head again. As this knee comes in, you're going to bring your shoulder toward it. Find a twist. Exhale, reach. Inhale back. Exhale, lift your chest. Inhale, foot down. Exhale, twist. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. I like to think shoulder to knee. 2 more. It just helps me get a little deeper in my rotation. Last one. Go ahead and rest your head, neck, shoulders down. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a really big hug. Rock side to side. We're going to stretch it out. Nice rock. And let's bring our feet to the floor. We're going to come into a little bridge here. And this is a restorative bridge. So it's a little bit different than when we do these in bar class as more of an exercise. So bring your heels a little bit closer to your butt. And then go ahead and lift your hips up. Now, normally in bar class, we stop here because we want to keep the work here. But I want to invite you today to let yourself find a little bit more extension. You can even kind of walk your shoulders under you. Stay on your shoulders. We don't want to be on the neck. You can clasp your hands underneath you if you want. And push into your heels to find more of an opening here. Again, whatever range of motion feels good for you. Inhale. And then exhale. If you had your hands clasped, gently unwind. And let's gently and slowly take it down to the floor. Hug your knees in one more time. And then go ahead and turn toward me. Knees can come with you. We're going to do a couple of seated stretches. So sit up tall. Let's take our knees almost like we were doing a sumo squat. So a little bit wider than the hips. Hands can come behind you. I want you to windshield wiper your knees over to the left, and then over to the right, and over to the left. Just enjoying a little bit of hip mobility. Now, if you want to add on here, sweep your right arm across and find a little lift here at the end. And then the arm sweeps back down. Left arm comes across as knees come over to the right. And then take it around. Now you can take it even a little farther this time. You can make a little kickstand with your back arm. Lift your hips and then take it down. Bring it across. So every layer is optional. Pick the ones that feel good to you right now. Let's do one more each direction. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it down. Let's do a few stretches for the legs. We're going to take the right leg out at an angle. Left heel can come in closer to your body. Let's reach the left arm out. Right arm is going to kind of skim the inside of your leg as you reach up and then maybe over. So we're going for a big lateral stretch here. I'm going to try to keep my chest fairly open. Inhale. And then exhale. Come back up through center. Now you rotate your chest towards your leg. And you might have to wiggle around. I had to sort of find the sweet spot for myself. Now we're reaching the crown of the head forward as if you were going to take it over the toes. If you'd like, you can get a little more leverage here by grabbing onto your calf or your foot. I'm going to lengthen through my spine. Inhale. And then exhale. Start to walk it back in. Let's try that one on the other side. So first, it's just a big stretch for the side of the body. Left hand traces the inside of my leg. Right arm comes up, maybe over. That again often depends on how my shoulders are feeling that day. Nice deep breath in here. Feel the side of the body opening up with the inhale. And then we're going to gently back off, rotate toward the foot, wiggle into it, and then find more of a stretch for the back of the leg. That's sort of the goal with this one. So grabbing on wherever feels like the right place for you to be able to give yourself just a little more stretch. You can lengthen through the spine and then walk it back in. And then just find an easy seated position. We'll take a couple of breaths here. So let's inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, elbows come down, heart lifts. Inhale here. Exhale, reach your fingers. Find that length in the spine again. Inhale, lift your heart, opening the upper spine. My gaze comes up a little bit as I do that. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, lift your fingers. And let's slowly lower our hands to the floor. Take up space here. Create length in the spine. And then fingertips can tent on the floor. Just take your right ear to your right shoulder. And then take it to the other side. Enjoy that a couple more times. Maybe this time you take the ear to the shoulder and gaze comes down toward your knee and then back up. And down toward your knee and back up. And we're done. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm going to come in and say hello. If you can stick around and say hi, and we can share takeaways. That's awesome. If you got to go, I get it.